Teach children to be safe so they can explore the world with confidence, not fear. That's the topic on this morning's Coffee with Alain. Good morning, and I want to thank everyone who joins live and comments, who listens to a replay later, who listens to the podcast, whether it's at the website, Apple, Spotify, wherever. Thank you to all of you that are listening to the show, interacting with the show, and do me a favor, share it with somebody else. Let's grow the viewership. Let's grow the listening list. Appreciate all of you, and hopefully you're finding some value on the things I come on and say each morning. Sort of a variety show, so you never really know exactly what you're going to get. But today we're going to be talking about teaching children to be safe. Good morning, Thad. Appreciate you being here and saying good morning. You know, I'm wearing a Wharton hoodie, drinking out of a Wharton mug. Coordinated those this morning because we're going to be talking about teaching kids to be safe. And we teach them to be safe so they can go out and explore more of the world. You know, I talk about my daughter a lot and the 10 countries that she visited this year, and she's going to be going to another one over Thanksgiving because it was cheaper to fly to Europe than it was to fly to Montana. True story. Tickets to go from Philadelphia to Europe on Thanksgiving weekend were cheaper than they were to come to Montana. So she's going over there. She had a friend to stay with, so she didn't have lodging. Got a cheap ticket, friend to stay with. She'll have a fun time in one more country this year that she has seen. And that is what we need to do. We need to raise our kids so they go and experience and do things. We can't keep them safe by sheltering them and protecting them. I mean, we do that to a certain degree, age appropriate, but we have to teach them to fend for themselves, keep themselves safe while they go out and explore the world. You know, Thad's here and said good morning. Thad and I have been friends for years, since law school, decades ago. We're getting older. But, you know, I know that his daughter, one of his daughters, has traveled to different countries and the big cities and different things because they raised her to go do things. His other kids they're off. All of them are off doing things. His son joined the military, go off to do that. So we raise our kids so they can go do these different adventures and see different places and go places. Otherwise, if we shelter them and we protect them and we don't let them learn and grow and go off on their own, they're still living in our basements or our attics when they're in their 30s, which you read about sometimes, right? No, we need to raise our kids that they take responsibility for their own safety so they can go explore and do more, because that really is the key, is that they can explore the world with confidence, not fear. When I talk to my daughter about some of her travels, and you know, she knows to do some research before she goes, and so she stays at safer places. And if it costs a little bit more to stay someplace safe, I tell her that's smart. That's what you need to do. You know, obviously, I don't want her doing some of the things I did when I was her age, because when I was 21, I was a badass paratrooper Army sniper, a little bit different than a young woman. Okay, so it has to be appropriate to who you are and those things as well. But we teach our children to be safe so they can explore the world with confidence. That's what we want them doing. You know, I know Thad's kids are doing that. I know Cosette is doing that. And tons of others are doing that too. But I sometimes see parents that want to be overprotective, and that's all they want to do is protect, and not let their kids grow and explore and not teach them to be resilient so they can go out on their own. Because that is our job as parents, to prepare them to go out on their own, to explore the world, to be productive citizens of the world, and to have their own adventures and do so safely. That's the important thing that we need to do. And by being overprotective, from a good point, I mean, people that are being overprotective, parents that are being overprotective, they do it out of love, but they don't realize that it can harm their children by not teaching them to grow and explore. The world is not as scary a place as some news outlets and different media sites would lead you to believe. Yes, there are dangers out there. No doubt about it. You do need to be aware. You do need to be vigilant and safety conscious. That's why I preach this stuff so much. But you don't have to stay at home afraid of the world and teach your kids to be afraid of the world and not do anything and not go experience all the wonderful things life has to offer. Make sense? For any of you parents or teachers, anybody that are associated with raising kids right now, that's such an important distinction. We protect them, yes, but we teach them, that's more important, to be resilient and safe on their own, to provide them that confidence, not provide fear and not scare them of the world out there. I want to say good morning to Jay and Vicky. Appreciate you guys being here and saying hello. Say good morning to Dixon. Appreciate you being here. Dixon said, Cosette, getting things done. She is. I think I told you she's in San Francisco last weekend, which was an all-paid trip for a position that she got as a brand ambassador on campus. We're going to see her here real soon. We're going to go to family weekend since it's her senior year and our last chance to do the family weekend with her. And we couldn't last year because of cancer treatments. So we're going to go see her real soon. Then she's going to go off to Europe for Thanksgiving. She's excited about that. She's going somewhere else. I think she's going to Puerto Rico on fall break. So her and some friends. So I think she's going to Puerto Rico on fall break, Europe, England, Thanksgiving. Then she'll come home for Christmas and we're going to take that family vacation together. And then I don't know where she's going for spring break. Most likely she'll leave the country. I mean, she just loves to travel and we're excited that she's seeing so much and doing it safely. I appreciate everybody being here. If you go to the Enjoy Life Safely page on Facebook, you'll see the post. You'll see this picture that I'm showing, teach children to be safe so they can explore the world with confidence, not fear. And there's a little bit I wrote up about that. But there will be a longer article on this same topic in this week's Enjoy Life Safely newsletter. Make sure you're getting that. Go to enjoylifesafely.com. Download one or all of the free guides there. They'll get you on the newsletter list. Enjoy that newsletter and maybe check out one or two of the courses available. The Still Standing, How to Get Back Up When Life Knocks You Down. That course is super cheap. Costs you less than a large coffee at Starbucks with some information to help you with your resilience, some drills to help you with that discipline, help you get through tough times even stronger. You can also get the course, How to Stay Safe in This Crazy World. That'll cost you less than a pizza that you buy this weekend. A lot of good tips on keeping yourself, your kids, your family, your loved ones safe. So get those courses. If you don't get the courses, at least get the free downloads. A lot of good information just in those to help you. And that's what I'm here to do. Help you enjoy your life, do more, and do it safely. Everybody make it a terrific Thursday. I'll be back to see you tomorrow.